We're in section 3.5.3 of the notes, and basically we're just going to go over to Sage code at this point. Kind of looking through it, I'm going to just type in what I'm seeing over here, and I see reset. I see X as a variable. This is typical of my session starting, right? And then I see them integrating something over here. And it was like a tough integration. It has to do with the notes, but integrate. And we're going to integrate, looks like I'm integrating 1 divided by 1 plus sine x. And it's with respect to x. And it looks like I'm going from 0 to pi divided by 4. Let's see what happens. All right, not bad. It did pretty quickly, actually. All right, integrate. And what are we doing there? 1 divided by the quantity, 1 plus secant. And we're going to do it with respect to x. And we're going to go from pi over 4 to pi over 3. Now remember, if you type in something incorrect, it'll just tell you made an error. That looks pretty complicated, actually. And let me just do the next one. Well, look, they did the same thing, but they want to do a full simplify. I guess they felt it was too complicated. Well, you know what? It did shorten it up a bit, didn't it? That's not a bad thing. And what I want to do is Boolean, B-O-O-L. And I want to see if the prior statement, that the output, is the same thing as, the square root of 2. Let me write that down. SQRT of 2. We'll go back over there to show you where this is coming from. Minus 1 divided by square root, SQRT of 3, plus pi divided by 12. Let's hope I type in things correct, right? True. All right. Let's do the last line, which is integrate. And 1, let's see, divide by 1 plus sine of x. Looks like they're going to square that now, right? X 0, whoops, to pi over 3. Yep, we got it. So someone's gonna, I don't know why you did those commands. It has to do with the problem set. All right, so I'm going to go back over the problem set and make sure let's do this. We'll get rid of that. This was a longer problem set, by the way. And that's one of the problems. You may not remember what you've done. It happens to me, too, after I work a problem. A day later, I can't remember I did the problem. It's a long one, isn't it? And I bet it's going to be somewhere, right? Maybe I passed by. I wasn't paying attention. Now, it looks like this one over here, doesn't it? That was a long, difficult problem. But kind of testing out certain things. And let me just go through that with you. You must have, if I have a computer algebra system, could I do that? But it was a longer problem. There's no doubt about it. All right? So one is they want me to evaluate this one over here. I do see that. Right over here. This is an interesting exam, by the way. They start off with what I consider like low-hanging fruit, stuff that's easy to do. But as you go through it, I'm going to get rid of the screen over here. It has to do with this problem here, by the way. The first one was fairly easy to do, by the way. All right? And what I mean by fairly easy to do, it is fairly easy to do. It wasn't a very difficult problem. But then as time goes on, they start asking more difficult questions, like this one over here, a little bit more involved. Then they want you to do this one over here, a little more involved. And now that they talk about integration by parts, as you can see, the work gets longer and longer. It really does. All right? What's important to know is you can do certain things by hand. Although tedious, you can do them by hand. Why do we use computers? We're trying to learn how to use a computer to probably better prepare for a future where you're not going to be able to do things by hand. It's going to get too difficult, and a computer's going to come in handy. Computers are really quite handy at doing a lot of very, very difficult problems. Problems that done by hand are they're really impossible. All right, they're really impossible. Anyway, thank you for paying attention, and I hope that you're enjoying the use of Sage. Thank you.